African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 6th of June, 2024. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. Units of the North Group of troops improved the situation along the front line and defeated the manpower and equipment of the 57th Motorized Infantry, 31st, 110th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, 113th, 120th, 125th Military Defense Brigades in the area's settlements Volchansk, Belyi Kolodez, Veseloye, Vysoke, Zhovnovo, and Kherson in the Kharkov region. They repelled 6 counterattacks by assault groups of the 82nd Air Assault Brigade, the 101st Security Brigade of the General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and the 13th Brigade of the National Guard of Ukraine. Enemy losses amounted to up to 140 military personnel, a tank, 2 armored personnel carriers, 7 cars, a 155mm Panzerhaubitze 2000 self-propelled artillery mount made in Germany, 2 152mm D-20 guns, and 3 122mm D-30 howitzers. Units of the West Group of troops occupied more advantageous positions and defeated the formations of the 21st and 67th Mechanized Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine in the areas of the settlements of Borovaya, Kharkov region, Ivanovka, Kolodez, and Novo, Donetsk People's Republic. We repelled 2 counterattacks by units of the 3rd Assault Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. The enemy lost up to 155 military personnel, 2 armored personnel carriers, a 155mm Polish-made Krab self-propelled artillery mount, 2 155mm US-made M198 howitzers, a 152mm Akatsiya self-propelled artillery mount, and a 105mm US-made M119 gun. Units of the Southern Group of Forces improved the situation along the front line and defeated the manpower and equipment of the 5th Assault, 79th Air Assault, 54th, 92nd Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, 116th Military Defense Brigade in populated areas Verkhnekamenskoye, Elizavetovka, Konstantinovka, and Kurdiamovka points of the Donetsk People's Republic. The losses of the Ukrainian Armed Forces amounted to up to 640 military personnel, 2 armored combat vehicles, including a US-made M113 armored personnel carrier, 2 cars, a US-made 155mm M198 howitzer, 3 152mm St.B. howitzers, and a 152mm D-20 gun. Also destroyed, the Bukovelady electronic warfare station and 2 field ammunition depots of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. Units of the Center Group of troops improved the tactical situation and also defeated the formations of the 71st Jaeger, 23rd, 28th Mechanized Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 109th Technical Defense Brigade, and the 2nd Brigade of the National Guard in the areas of the settlements of Evgenovka, Karlovka, Novgorod, and Seledovo Donetsk People's Republic. 6 counterattacks by assault groups of the 68th Jaeger, 24th, 47th, 110th, and 118th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were repelled. The enemy lost up to 345 military personnel, a tank, 2 armored combat vehicles, 2 cars, a US-made 155mm M777 howitzer, 4 152mm St.B. howitzers, and a 122mm D-30 howitzer. Units of the Vostok Group of troops occupied more advantageous positions and defeated the manpower and equipment of the 58th, 72nd Mechanized Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 102nd, 128th Terrorist Defense Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Vodyanoye, Neskutchnoye, and Urozhanoye of the Donetsk People's Republic. Enemy losses amounted to up to 150 military personnel, 2 infantry fighting vehicles, 9 vehicles, a 122mm D-30 howitzer, and a 100mm Rapier anti-tank gun. Units of the Dnepr group of troops defeated the formations of the 141st Infantry Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 35th Marine Brigade, and the 121st Terrorist Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Pydakaki, Zaporozhye region, Mylovo, Novotyajinka, and Ingulets, Kherson region. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 60 military personnel, 5 vehicles, a 152mm Akatsia self-propelled artillery mount, and a 122mm Vostok self-propelled artillery mount. During the day, operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, missile forces, and artillery of groups of troops of the armed forces of the Russian Federation hit a storage warehouse for unmanned boats, a place for training and launching airfield-type unmanned aerial vehicles, temporary deployment points for foreign mercenaries, accumulations of manpower and military Ukrainian armed forces equipment in 127 districts. Air defense systems shot down 48 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles, a Neptune anti-ship missile, as well as 7 U.S.-made HIMARS and Alder missiles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 610 aircraft, 274 helicopters, 25,225 unmanned aerial vehicles, 527 anti-aircraft missile systems, 16,276 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,330 combat vehicles of multiple launch rocket systems, 10,162 field artillery guns and mortars, and also 22,311 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.